Why no AMDP on Vision? He's too young. He's still 16. So, unironically, needs to grow up. Who's Alba? Yeah, just a support player. He's more of like a main support from what I understand. They'll play one and Violet, I'm guessing, on some of the maps they want to play double flex support. Obviously, one thing that has been Vision's big success is the hybrid and the escort maps. That's where they found a lot of success in Saudi League against, obviously, the big dogs from OWCS in TM and Alcad. So I know it's going to be really tough ones. The flatter maps, better for them. You know, your Rin's Happies, your Flashpoints. Yeah, 17 is enough. So my presumption is he should be available. He should be available for stage 3. And then that would be a pretty big win for them in terms of like just free buff to the roster. My god. So scary when Jeff is turning into a demon. Alright, Oasis first map. Presumption is we're in Vision's choice right now. Okay. Oh, there we go. Alright. Locking in. Hazard ban, Baptiste ban. Don't know too much about what Anomaly will play. Obviously, Crocs is very much known as a curveball kind of guy. So, never know what to expect with him in the roster. But Bap ban on the other side. Obviously, we expect to see lots of Bap Kiri, Juno Kiri, these type of double flex comps that we've seen TM run a decent amount of coming out from the side of Vision as well. What's up? You got some wagon wheels? Wagon wheels are class. Have you got the jam inside, Arthur? The jam is such an elevator. All the best biscuits and stuff like that, all have jam in them. Jammy Dodgers, jammy wagon wheels, tea cakes with jam in them. Just big on the jam.
He's still talking about the fucking jam.
I just love talking about the jam. Tam is actually requesting a pause right now because he needs some more jam.
The jam pull. It's a classic jam pull.
A JP?
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Well, big JP. Okay.
Tucking into ham and cheese Samo?
Yeah, mate. Made 2 of them.
2 of them? What? I got Meat Feast pizza here.
I have some VODs on my computer that need deleting. But I'm scared. I'm scared that it'll crash my OBS by deleting the files.
Are they
Because
from the recording right now?
some of them are in the rerun layer, like the rerun scene, you know?
Hmm.
So
I think you'll be fine.
I don't trust it.
Oh, why
But
do
I
you need
also
to
wanna
delete
start
them right now? What's the urgency on it?
I want to start recording so I can set up some reruns for later, mate.
Oh, he's got the cycle going.
I reckon we'll delete these old ones. All right, done. Because I've got 160 gigs left on my computer somehow. I literally have no idea where the storage went. I got a fucking 2 terabyte SSD and it's full. Like, I don't know how I've done this. I can't believe I've done this, honestly, but...
You have to start believing it, mate. Do you want to do some kind of number synchronization?
As soon as I hit the empty recycle bin button on my desktop.
All right, holding. Continue on to
Recycle
hold.
bin's empty, mate. Numbers.
22, 21, 20, 19.
23,
18.
22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16,
We're back.
15, 14. We are there. Violet is shooting over to the side. All is good in the world. Vision Esports, we saw them play this yesterday. They rolled out on the poke-heavy comps. They love to play Violet on the Illari as much as they possibly can. He is a real poke head here in EMEA. But this time around, it's a bit different because Tama is taking a hell of a lot of damage. He's had to use the spin and the fortify, which means that Anomaly are going to get to step right up to the plate.
You're going to start swinging around a little bit here, trying to force that cap. Low HP on Zoro, but they get him out of that one. But it's Choi who's actually been isolated on this sim. Now with player advantage, they're going to try and walk forward here a little bit. Normally reclaim some of his space. Despite that player advantage, they still don't have any control of the cap. Now Crocs will swing out. Javelin in his face. They're trying to slow it down here. Vision just hoping Slowdive can find something. But Crocs will just be clearing them off point. Little boot back in here, and Tama's getting peppered from all angles. Back foot now. Low HP. Javelin goes wide. Has to back it out. But Crocs has managed to die to Slowdive. Disaster here for Anomaly as they try to push forward. They're committing it, Max. They're trying to find kills.
They're not going to give it up easy, but it's just not working out for them. King has fallen as well. So now the two hot and cold players for Anomaly both going to fall. Tama seemingly disconnecting as he just keeps spamming this gun at the wall. Don't pause. Kill him. Kill him.
Kill him.
Kill
They're trying to
Tama.
pocket him through. Damage coming through. Crocs is going to do it. Oh, saved. Saved. He might really not be saved because he is 1 HP in front of everyone.
Mate, look, if he can get his E off at the right timing, I desperately want to root against Team Vision here, but Crocs is just looking the wrong way as the AFK Arista is playing. Your time for reaction time, genuinely, Maria, I thought it was you on the horse for a second there. Insane plays coming out. Look, Vision, they actually didn't have it in that first fight. The only reason that Anomaly have won is because Crocs got too ambitious. Tama says it should be fine. Tama is going to spin and fort out, so genuinely they could have found the kill, but they do have a huge skill advantage here. Crocs getting a backshot spear, but he's actually just being delivered over to Slowdive. So now Anomaly get to swing right back into this one, Xavier, with a one-player lead.
Terror Surge on top of his kit. Sune Rush forces for Stuzu out. Now Tama going to turn his attention to Crocs, but beat over the top from Jonowitch. Ray now coming through. Pulse bomb onto Violet. He goes for that captive son. Jax is it. And King gets a quick double there to seal this flip for Anomaly there. Violet, any region he plays in, he's the same guy. Never stop.
Does not matter. Does not matter what region you put him in. He will Sunjax. He will Ajax. He will find a way to die while casting his ultimate. Even to King's Tracer. Someone that, you know, hasn't been in pro play for 3 years and was a Genji one-trick when he was. High Noon comes out from Zoro in main. Doesn't find any value at all, though. Anomaly, they really like these forward aggressive holds. Terror Surge comes in from Crocs, though, and it is just money. Choice A1, Slowdive, Violet, all getting ripped to shreds by that one.
All a bit too easy. Thank you, Grimmel? I'm going to say Grimmelon for the Prime. Thank you for the 3 months. They're staggering out Tama a little bit here, making it painful for him, taking all the percentage they can. And Anomaly have shown they are playing no honor, just play to win. Shoot them while they're AFK. Shoot them while their keyboard's not working. Shoot them in any situation. Any advantage is one that they will take. Kitsune Rush and beat in their back pocket now, Anomaly. TP comes in. They take so much damage from that. The symbol to try and keep them up, but the Kitsune Rush, they just run over them. And what was that TP from Choi? Just straight into all of them. They will trade a couple of kills here, and now Terror Surge, he thinks he can win it. Tama might be right. The Terror Surge to turn it, and what seemed like a reckless TP has somehow worked out here for Vision.
Violet and Tam are both managing to survive, and they're actually going to leverage the cap off this one. Absolutely outrageous that Anomaly have let that one slip through their fingers. They're playing against Choice A1 on the Symmetra. Tama is once kill him! He's dead. Perfect. Alright, Tama goes down. And no one's typing pause from Vision either. They haven't even noticed, apparently. Animo wants the pause. The admins are just asleep at the wheel yet again. Anomaly continuing to walk forward. Vision just seemingly not interested in receiving this pause. Oh, Tama's back, I suppose. Tama must be back in the mix. Don't worry about it. Pulse bomb comes out from King. Misses Choi. Kills him anyway. Violet gets his son eaten. Nothing's going right for Vision here.
No. Connection issues, their ult's getting cancelled. Eaton, there's for pause! Tama left the game. I'm glad we've got the pause now, the manual pause, and then an sorry from the admin. Nothing.
Sorry, I was skunking it, like.
That's the only thing that could have saved the admin there if he said sorry. I was actually skunking
it. Okay. I'm gonna get tucked into my sandwich here. Because it's been looking at me funny.
Yeah, I think you've got a... You got time, mate.
They had connection issues yesterday too, like a big rolling pause in Circuit Royale for like 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
How
did King end up here? I mean, it's a good question. Do you have any insight? You and King have history?
Yeah, I'll ask him later what the fuck he's doing on this roster. Just doesn't make any sense at all, to be honest.
Yeah, like, I presume it must have been like he's like at like university or something in Europe or something to justify this like stray appearance.
He's at Maryville. He's in America.
He's still at Maryville? I have no idea then.
Yeah. They cut the program, but
he's still there, yeah.
Yeah, they're honoring all the sponsor scholarships, so he's still at Maryville for ages. And the thing is, because King's a fucking idiot. No, because King's a fucking idiot too. He's still doing shapes 1. He's still trying to figure out how to put the circle in the circular hole and the square in the square hole 3 years into his degree. So he's going to be there for life, I think.
I mean, it is a tricky one.
Yes.
Wait till he gets to a pentagon.
No, he's not making it that far, man. Come on. He's still doing colors as well. What looks like blue, what looks like green, shit like that. Thanks for the exclamation mark flats.
All you can do is learn, you know? Just try and be better than you were yesterday. A little bit closer to the right shape. A little bit closer to identifying that colour.
That's the beauty of an education at Maryville. They'll teach you how to identify shapes. And if you fail a class, God help you.
Is Animo the coach of Vision? Yes, he is. He's back. And
Animo is actually so used. He's so used to seeing the high level of play from Tama that he can't even tell when Tama's DC'd from the lobby.
Is he bad or is he DC'd? Oh, and we're into highlights. Replay. Oh, nice angle of the jacks there. And this was already off the back of a fight. Oh, another replay of it here. Violet trying to use it to dodge the pulse bomb. And then actually just Violet low-lights. Just low-lights from Violet. Right now, production.
I don't know who the observer is, but they need a rat.
They are skunking all over Violet right now.
Outrageous.
I will be Panda, but this first one is going to be super scuffed because my internet hates me. So I'll cut it after the end of this match, and we might be in Trim City.
Trim City?
Trim City.
That's one of my favorite cities, mate.
Oh, really?
I'm nearly done with this singer, by the way. Yeah. While OC and Jeff continue to fill, I will continue to fill myself.
Fill it while they fill it.
It's a fill on fill situation.
What are you talking about here, Fork? Red Esports, a Saudi org, signed this roster and they FF'd all matches in Saudi E-League, so I don't know what happened. Which roster?
Probably the one with King, mate. Maybe they're playing together because they got signed and King's getting paid.
Oh, okay. Anomaly? Okay. I guess that would explain. That's money is often a reason where surprising group of people would come together.
It's like, why is Violet in Saudi Arabia? Same thing.
Ah. Do you think the guys are experiencing lag issues? Yeah. Mainly Tama. Have I seen?
Skunk.
Skunk? I've not seen Skunk.
Somebody's gonna have to put you on. I obviously can't because I'm filling myself with ham.
Someone get me the emote going.
Would be handy. Okay.
Here from Plate of Suki. No way, a useful message from Plate of Suki. I honestly, Loki just disregard by default, but that's on me. Let's get Skunk in.
Wait, you ignore Plate of Suki?
Yeah.
She's S tier, mate.
S tier? Should I stop? Should I lock in?
She makes all of my emotes. She does so much.
Oh, really?
No.
Wait. Maybe I'm just mistaken them with C-tones.
Yeah. Oh my god. You're getting conflated with C-tone Suki. You poor soul. Suki's gonna end it all, mate.
Oh, I'm sorry, Suki. Yeah, it's just I see C-tones and normally the question's just like, do you like pickles or do you hate Singapore? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Why am I entertaining this? Anyway, we're on to Gardens. It's more Orisa. It is more Cass, but still Alari for Violet. But right now, Team Vision find themselves pinned in a corner on the low ground. A Javelin to take a little space from Tama as he is praying, as am I. Now our internet connections hold for this match. Now Choi trying to get a bit of an angle here, but Crocs is just bulldozing Tama in the front. They just walk forward here. They ignore the Tracer behind them, and it's just nice and easy in the neutral, but Slowdive just find a counter pick, but without an Orisa, it's going to be hard to really commit to this recontest, so Vision will be resetting.
Oh, that's the thing about Crocs, Xavier. He can smell weakness. He can smell the blood in the water. He knows for a fact that Tama is not playing at his best, so he's just going to walk right over him. Eggs pops a very early Kitsune rush, but it's actually not from far behind. It is quite forward. A kite attempt for Vision is a miserable failure, but Crocs goes down. Another over-aggressive scene from Crocs, and Violet hits a massive Captive Sun this time around. That's 3, oh baby. And now King on the run over to the Mega. It's a 1 versus 1. Make that a 2 versus 1. I don't think the King's going to get much done here. Tough one for Anomaly pushing inside like that, but a bit too slow. Cass and Lucio, you could see they were a bit far behind when it started.
That's a really big fight for Vision in terms of the economy going forward as well, because these Kitsune Rush and beat timings are going to be the hardest ones to deal with. But now Vision, a high noon, close to a Ray, close to a Terror Surge, a bit easier to deal with this beat. Still really needing that Ray, but starting on the high ground, they can buy a bit of time. Anomaly is trying to go fast, but they rotate round, but it's just a disengage from Vision, buying themselves time and space. Anomaly will continue to chase, but now Choi's pressure the backline. They've rotated and killed Zoro. He's Terror Surge, nothing here, Crocs. Misguided on the range of that one. Now Tama's going to Terror Surge to try and survive that pulse, but there's so much damage, Zoro can convert the kill anyway. And then a clean follow-up onto Slowdive, getting Anomaly back in control at this point.
Absolute passage of play from Crocs there as he spears his enemy Cassidy away and then tries to suck him back in. Fortunately, Violet just wants to take the aim duel with Sorrow, but he doesn't realize that he's pushing 26, so he doesn't have the hands that he used to. Violet's going to get himself picked 2 fights in a row now. Anomaly very comfortable for this next turn as well. As much as they would love to have Crocs' Terror Surge for the Orbital Ray of 1, Team Vision are not in a comfortable position because it's hard to push with the Ray when Anomaly can kite with speed boost, have beat in the back pocket, and then Eggs is still going to have that rush for later. High Noon comes out from Slowdive, absolutely nothing happens. We enter the 9th layer of hell, but we're right back to it as Crocs uses his fort to take down a pylon, and here's the kite.
Javelin hits and King's able to get the kill through the Ray now, and his 1-for-1 ult trade has gone very badly for Vision. They're going to push forward for more kills right now, and normally they're good to get Violet. Choi is also low, does get the mini, but they find the rest of the kills behind Crocs. Can't quite find this Tracer. There we go, King will finish it off. And Anomaly in a great position right now.
Anomaly looking very comfortable. Next turn is going to be great for them too. You can see Crocs, he's yapping Tama. He's closing on another ult. They're pushing all the way to the spawn door. What is this? Slow Dive tries to slide back into spawn. He can't get it done. Only a team with Crocs, Savvy. Only a team with Crocs. Violet now, he has the Captive Sun, but he doesn't have an angle to even get it off. He pops the ult now. Slow Dive. No way. The recall comes out from Team Vision's Tracer. Choice A1 opting not to touch the point. A KD player right through to his core, and that is going to be Anomaly taking map 1 2-0.
2-0, and on the Orisa mirror as well. Unbelievably, Violet is going to get play of the game. He popped 4 Captive Suns in this game. One was Jaxed, one was eaten, one didn't go off because we C9 for point, but this one got him a triple.
I gotta send King a message, actually. King, please keep typing.
So this is pretty surprising, and I think the worst part about this for Vision is inevitably Vision's strengths are always on these hybrid and escort maps where they can play their double flex support lineup and they can get Violet on these carry heroes, and they tend to look very good. So these are always their big strengths. But the way the map pool is at the moment, the way you have to try and make your way through a 5-map series is you're eventually gonna have to play Flashpoint, King of the Hill, and of course Push, which are all very much this Orisa heavy type style we've been seeing a lot of. So the fact that they not just lost the Orisa mirror, but actually lost it pretty convincingly is a bad sign for Vision. Obviously, there are some caveats. The caveats are this Oasis University was given a very big assist by Tama's dodgy connections and the slow fingers of the FACEIT admins. So important now for Vision, as they move on to their map picks, we go to a hybrid, we go to an escort, and they win on their strength.
King is telling me that he's in Poland for this match.
What? How'd he end up
King
there?
King is in Poland, staying with EGS right now to play this match. What is going on in European Masters? Like,
I feel like it only raises more questions. Where I'm in Poland right now. I'm at Ex's house to play the match, of course. But how did this all unfold?
It's like, I think Chase might be the owner of Anomaly, like the guy that was like, doing content for Nightmare before, like the timeless Nightmare guy. He's staying with Eggs in Poland. Poland mentioned, by the way, if you're still here, Maria. Eagle emoji. Jeez. Where on earth? How has this happened? What is King doing in Poland for FACEIT EMEA Masters, where the prize pool is probably like a Snickers bar?
Get some
Do you have
nuts.
the money to buy Violet? I don't have money to do anything. That's why I need you to subscribe to the stream, actually.
What's the sub goal to sign Violet?
Eggs, say hello to Renee for me. It's another Poland reference right there.
If you told me 2 years ago that Violet and Choi would be losing to Jonowich, I'd call you crazy. Well,
it's just the beauty of a career trajectory. There's quite literally nowhere to go but down for someone like Violet is the problem.
Yeah, but the decline has been steep. This has not been a safe and steady decline.
Yeah, I mean, I think even with his, slow decline on rosters like, Zeta Division, where he's like costing them an EWC finish by beating in the open versus RuPaul, like it's been, the signs have been there for a long time. Now he's well and truly like crashing into the, the bottom of the earth by losing to King Jonowich in Poland. But at the same time, like the signs were there. You could see this was where it was going to end for young Violet, who is no longer young.
Yeah, normally though, there's like a step in between, you go to like a mid-table team or something. You've got like really, this has been a plummet.
He's 25 actually. He's that old. I think he might be playing overseas because he has to hide from military service. Like if he keeps playing on a Korean team, he has to do the military or something. But if he goes overseas to work, I think you can delay it further.
Because is it 27? Isn't that the tap out, I think, age-wise, in terms of no more delays?
I don't know.
But I think if anyone is Korean or from the Korean military in chat, I know there's a few of you, feel free to clarify. But I think it's something like you're allowed to delay it up until 25, and you can delay it from 25 to 27 as well, but it's like there's more conditions to be met, which might explain the going international.
Yeah, there's probably like heaps of Korean people in the chat that can fill us in on that one, to be honest. So
Yeah.
let's find out.
I'm chatting right now from the Korean military. Yes, it's 27. Wouldn't Twilight have to serve then? Has Twilight not already done it? Or am I making it up? I thought he did it last year.
Say again, sorry?
Twilight did his service last year, right?
Yeah, but he broke his arm during the service and got discharged.
Yes.
That's why he came back. That's the genius of Chris's. That's the genius of Chris's recruitment, is that he found a 27-year-old post-retirement, post-military
arm.
flex support. There was a one trick before he started, and the reason that he's come onto the market is because he broke his arm. That's scout of the year, genuinely.
Look,
are you doing preds? Maybe my mods are. It's not my department.
No, not everyone can see the level of Overwatch. Okay.
Neither can I. Came fourth. I was watching I did an analysis of Capitology's video yesterday, and it was
Did he do one on you guys?
He did a video on Geek, and there was a clip from our match, and there was a clip from Geek versus Liquid. And I've decided that Cap is an actual fucking moron, like an actual knuckle-dragging troglodyte. See, you didn't even have to redeem 20,000 channel points to hear that one, chat. Was actually so fucking bad, Like every freeze frame that he's talking about, it's like, you're an idiot. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Why? What did he do? I'm not opening up the scenes again, Rory. I'm not showing it again. I thought the video was great. All of his examples were so fucking AIDS. Like, looking at the LCQ registration page, it's looking very grim. What's happening on the LCQ registration page? What's there? The Soj overclock was a stroke of genius. Your mind is just too feeble to see it. You're right. The 5v0 overclock, corralling Vega to kill himself. I love it. What broadcast do I go back to see this? It was in yesterday's stream bod.
You can get a permanent exemption from serving in the ministry if you bring glory to the nation like Sun did in football. He did. He got the exemption so he can continue his football career.
What?
Yeah, humans.
Apparently winning in games, not glory to the nation.
No, well, I found it surprising. Who was it? Was it BTS who had to serve? I thought if anyone was able to get an exemption, BTS, with their global success and fame, would have been a shoo-in to get a pass. But
apparently Faker has an exemption too. Can we go back to the OJ chase, please? Yeah, say less.
Say less. Oh, I think
OJ's talking to his eldest son.
Oh, that's class, actually. Apparently, BTS did get the exemption, but out of respect, they served anyway. Like a sort of like...
That's
like,
such good PR. That's such good PR.
That is great, isn't it? It's the same with, like, obviously, like the royal family do it a lot, where they all serve in the military as well. It's like a real, you know...
Wouldn't it be a privilege to like, you know, be the combatant that shot Prince Harry on the front lines? Like, well, surely.
I actually met Prince Harry once. He came to... he was not expecting that transition. He was not expecting that one as well. Yeah, we had a charity showing at a cinema for a charity that helps develop creativeness for, I guess, like low-income areas. And what this charity had done is they'd made a film, and they had a film showing. They rented a screen to show it. And Prince Harry was the head of that charity. So he came to it and he gave a little speech and he said hello to the staff. I was one of the staff. I helped get it all set up projector-wise because it was a little bit atypical. Yeah, so that's when I met Prince Harry. Seemed like a nice bloke. And he obviously served in the military, but one thing about his military service is while he was trained, his team never actually were put into any combat positions because the nature is, if you are in the, I forget what I'm going to say, squadron, I don't know what the military terms are, but if you're in that team and you have Prince Harry in it, if any sort of enemy combatants found out, that would make your squadron the biggest target in the world. So it would be pretty unreasonable for the rest of the squad to put him in. So they would just do like supportive duties out of respect for everyone else's safety.
I'm being asked, what are the 12 rules for better burgers? I know that one was no footing around. I'm not allowed to foot. Kenji said you can't foot. One was, so there was no footing. Buy the ground beef from the butcher, not from the supermarket. Like freshly ground beef rather than pre-packaged. Don't overwork your meat. I think that was the no footing. Only footing on the Burger King. Yeah, okay, all right, moving on. Let's get into the game. I can hear game sound right now. We're on Casino Royale.
Violet, would you beat Luke Mino in a BAP 1v1? Be honest, inquires King.
I tell King to type to Violet and he's just writing trash instantly. Would you beat Luke Mino in a BAP 1v1? Be honest. Oh, duck cam. Got a duck cam. Top left. Who's up overworking their meat? I've been footsing my meat for hours already. Let's keep it going now. One on the BAP. Why does Violet not play flex anymore? He's 25. King says, oh, okay. He's getting dono walled. Oh, disaster.
Right now, Violet is going to... I feel like Violet is lining himself up to just start posting King's Liquipedia earnings or something in the chat. And that's the go-to move in these situations. Now, though,
I think Violet's Korean, so he can't talk shit.
I've not once heard Violet talk shit in team chat, so that's perfectly fine. Zoro's going to die early as the swing comes around here for Team Vision, and we are just in a full Mei Orisa mirror. Means it's all going to be about wall timings. The Orisa's playing around that. For now, though, the opening pick works out nicely. Eggs is going to get a trade of not much consequence as Team Vision will be able to set up forward, and most importantly, they've got that Captive Sun and window coming online as well, so a chance here for Vision, who in reality, the design of their comp is just to win in these slower pokier fights for Violet and Slowdive to take over.
Whoa, look, the thing here is, Anomaly, this is probably their weakest matchup, playing into Violet, full strength on the Alari. And Anomaly going for the Mei instead of the Genji, instead of something aggressive that can catch those sides, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Already, Jonowich has gone down to Slowdive. It's 2 in a row where Slowdive has opened up the scene here. But really, I don't like this approach from Anomaly, where they're playing a little bit of an in-betweeny comp. You know, King's hero would be good if the enemy was on something like Azaria, something like a Diva, something where the Mei can really shut them down. But Orisa, that doesn't necessarily get shut down by the Mei all that hard. And now, One and Violet, they just get to run amok on the side.
Yeah, they've been doing it in Slowdive with 2 opening picks so far to convert this first point, but this time Zoro will strike back. Player advantage, 1 in the bag for Zoro, and they can reclaim this high ground. Vision have to be careful. They have a choice whether they want to try and hold this position and play it down with their ultimate. They're going to wait until the last minute and make the worst possible decision. One is going to invest as they lose another player, trying to still play through this window. They are complete a blizzard out from Choi as they continue to try and clutch, but they have killed Jonowich. No Ray available now. Anomaly are making a meal of turning us up. Tama's found 2, but Bola forces the ice block. Zoro's now looking for more in the back. Crocs is going to try and turn that one, but Zoro turns his back on Slowdive and just dies. And how on earth have Anomaly pissed this one away?
Ah, so messy for Anomaly there. You could see King over on the side. He had one of the best angles possible, and he was shooting blanks. Yesterday, we determined that King does shoot prematurely, but apparently when he blows his load, there's actually nothing of substance inside. You can see that from the match chatting from King too, as Violet is completely unaffected. Anomaly, upshot here for them is that they've kept a lot of ultimates, but very early window comes out from Eggs, and it's been full kited by Team Vision. They don't even have speed, and they're able to get that kite off.
Get away from him, no problem. Team Vision going to look to swing now. Potentially start with it's going to be the Bola out first as Crocs looks for the backline, pulls in the Baptiste. Crocs
so
is very deep right now. Does confirm the kill. Captive Sun out with that Terror Surge. How many can they find? Violet equalizes it with 2, and he's got a very good position here as they flip the point. But Crocs is back. He is killed for Mei. Now he's looking for Violet, who's trying to deep peek now. Both Orissa's just trying to find trade kills, but Jonowich with good pocket. Violet's still stuck behind, but here comes the torpedo swing. Jonowich is good for the cleanup, and Anomaly can stabilize.
Oh, Jonowich tempting fate a little bit there. King hitting a quick little emote. He feels that he deserves it. He earned it. Instantly has to ice block because he does take a bolt from slow dive, but no big deal there. Anomaly, they've spent every single ultimate, but so have Team Vision. So now it's just going to be an even neutral, and this is where Anomaly's comp can shine. When the enemy team has to retake up the slope, and you can speed onto those backliners, make things very awkward for them. If Team Vision's supports walk too close, they will be in a spot of bother. You can see One and Violet have both committed to the cross right now, but everybody is playing very balled up for Team Vision. Got to be careful. Anomaly should really try and look for a push timing here, but they're just playing the long stretch with a comp that has less poke than Team Vision.
Window to keep going as well. They continue to deep-peek it. It's not the greatest window from One, actually. Not too much to shoot at, but they are nudging that cart forward, and Choi is getting closer to that Blizzard, but now Anomaly also respond with the window. Blocked partly by the wall. They can't get value when Eggs dies as it comes through. Croc's now 1 HP, getting pushed by Tama. Tama's got him in a corner, but the trades are good from King and Zoro. Tama's still trying to clean up these players. Javelin works out nicely for him as well. King trying to hold it on point, has Ice Block and has the Blizzard afterwards. He's going for it all over Violet. Violet gonna get frozen. It's a trade, though, and is the cart going to go in? Drop onto the point, lamp through, dives off point. Crocs is going to get walled, doesn't get the touch in time. Go down from King as they C9 the point, and it will be second point going the way of Vision.
That's a tough one. It appears the reason I couldn't hear it on my left ear properly is because my headphones were not plugged into the back of the computer properly. So there's a solution to my issue. That will do it. Not going deaf, just damaged in the head. All right, Anomaly, bit of an ult deficit right now. Team Vision holding that high ground space already. Got to be so careful aggressing here if you are Team Anomaly, because they are pushing into a whole lot of ultimates and a whole lot of angles. Orbital Ray comes out in main, but the Crocs combo is good for it. Catches a kill onto slow dive, but an expensive push for Anomaly. We will note that Team Vision didn't use an ultimate there. They've ecoed this fight, but you've got to be careful with these ecos in a point like this, because Team Vision's comp, it can be hard to take the angles versus the speed comp and the Mei here on third. Tight chokes.
They're going to hold close now as well, because Anomaly, they need to make this expensive for Vision. If Vision can just use maybe just the Captive Sun or some of their cheaper ults here, and then save the Blizzard or something to finish it. And actually, Choi now trying to get through this left-hand angle. Will be walking in. There's a bowler right there, though, and Choi. Oh, it's actually Violet who dives to it instead. Now, no chance for that. It was bowlers traded only. They still need to clear Tama off this high ground. He's pushed Zoro into an awkward spot. Pocket is coming through, but they kind of caught in the open a little bit here. Awkward for Anomaly, and a Terror Surge from Tama to try and convert it. Dies for it, though. No kills, and Crocs is just gatekeeping the backline. They can't make a move forward, and more time off the clock, more outs of it, and it was looking so good for Anomaly until Zoro falls.
Zoro's gone down, but Anomaly are not out of it yet. Egg still has a window up the back that they can pop. King still has a very good choke that he can keep on popping walls for. But Jonowich has to D-peek. He's taking all the damage. Anomaly, they're trying to play behind, wait for Zoro to get back involved. You can see they're actually kiting all the way back to that back high ground. They might be sacrificing a fight here, but they're going again from the flank. Little double angle. Let's see what they can get done here. Choice A1 taking a bit of damage on the cart. Window from One, but the counter window from Eggs looks good.
Oh, Blizzard is out, though. Locked him up in the back line here. Choi stops anyone peeking through that window, and that leaves Crocs left astray. He was so far forward there. Now King's coming out on point. He froze for Blizzard here. If they don't get a kill out of this, it is an absolute disaster. 2 players are frozen, but there's nobody left to shoot them. And Anomaly, they have put themselves in a right hole here. They have to retake into Violet's Captive Sun now.
Disastrous. No Kiri available as well. You can't swap that one out of spawn. Croc spinning to the payload, being spun off the payload now. He pops the Terror Surge on the cart. He's just going to hold it for as long as he can. He's got the Fortify to layer. Lamp on the cart. No kills converted as of yet. Violet swinging wildly in the open. The BAP just needs to hit one shot on him. Eggs gets the trade, and it might just be good enough for Anomaly. They've lost their Crocs. They do have a deficit, but they've got a Ray. It's a 3 versus 3 now. Eggs is on the payload, but so is King. And King on the venture could be good for it. Tama's died 93% on that ult, and that means the Team Vision are going to have to take one final scrap. Slow dives, bowler shot for all of the marbles, but a much closer spawn for Anomaly.
Much closer spawn, so they'll be back at full strength. It's a bonus to start it out. Chooses not to combo it and dies. He was just swinging. Now the rest of Vision, they have no choice but to push it here. Tama has the Terror Surge. They have the window. They have the Blizzard. Choi, 94%. They deal with King behind. They've kept the point continued. Blizzard is going to come out. No, cancelled. Now Tama Terror Surge gets 1 kill. Looking for more. Can't connect for Javelin. Has to battle the Orisa, but Crocs, he has double pocket on point. What can Tama possibly do? Absolutely nothing. and the hold is good in the end for Anomaly. Mismanaged ult situation at the end. Cost Vision before cap.
No! Josh Chip, it's not time to play. Maybe it's not time to end. No, it is time to end. One pops the window for absolutely nothing. Yeah. Look, you've got to give credit to the Anomaly supports here. You can see Eggs and Jonowich, top left and top right. The Sentinels healing from double angles up on that high ground. So difficult to kill. Violet tries to aggress with the Captive Sun, and he goes down to Eggs. Even if Jonowich falls, another man is there to replace him. One is going 7-5 right now. A heavy underperformance for his team. King says, shout out my Blizzards. Oh, King is such a beast. King, mind you, in that final fight, he played off to the side and secured a kill for his team. He's playing Venture. You've got to play for the 1-for-1, for the aggressive hold. Even if he went down to the spear, he flanked on the Venture when he needed to, and he found a crucial kill to win in that ult disadvantage fight. Team Vision here, they've looked really solid on the double flex. The double flex is great as a defender when you have those long angles that you can control, but there's still a very real chance for Anomaly to take this one.
Yeah, really possible. I'm interested to see if they seem to be sticking with Juno in a lot of these situations rather than Belucio with it as well. It sort of works out okay. The biggest thing for Anomaly really is just some of this ult value. They get these good holds multiple times in a row, but then they will just throw it away, and they have this tendency to double down when things are going wrong, to try and clutch with these ults, to try and turn it, and sometimes it just leaves them in bigger holes than they otherwise would be. Shout out Mercy players and Unter from Eggs. One and the same.
Why am I Mercy? Why am I in a shout out with the Mercy players? Thanks, Painkiller. I appreciate you. Kiss. Cake and candles, brother. Cake and candles. All right. Anomaly stepping up to the plate, sticking out with what they played on the defense as well. I do think it'll be a little bit more awkward here going up against the double flex. Now that One and Violet can play the longest angles, there is always a chance for them to carry. But Team Vision, they've shown they are fallible. They are far from perfect. So wouldn't be surprised if we saw some unforced errors come out here as well. We're in the free push zone right now as Anomaly just push the card up to the corner, but we are about to get to the danger zone. Knowing Crocs, he's just going to try and brute force his way through this one, Zav.
No cooldowns used yet from Crocs as he's just using his body to soak up all these bullets. Holding on to those cooldowns for a rainy day. We'll reset on this one as both teams are just charging up their ultimate. Eggs slightly ahead of One, but the windows are going to be pretty much in sync here. Crocs has a decent Terror Surge advantage though, so they've used this speed ring but haven't really made much progress around the corner. But this faster Terror Surge could be a difference maker for Crocs.
Wow, Crocs already going to just push all the way through with this Terror Surge. You have to see it. You can see the whole team is staging from top. They're going to ring off the top ropes. Crocs comes flying in. Window swing. Crocs wants to get it done, but he's been walled off by his own May. Thank you, King. Captive Sun comes out from Violet. Oh. The kite is not good enough, and both Jonowich and Zora were going to go down. Anomaly, it felt like they had such a real opportunity there. But King walls off Crocs. Crocs gets cold feet and decides not to go backline. Oh, that's tough now. That's only 2 ultimates invested from Vision. Now they have answers for the Terror Surge. Now they have an even tempo on ults.
It works out really nicely for Vision, because if it really felt like Crocs was going to go tearing through that window with that Terror Surge. It's a window trade, but one team's getting Terror Surge. What can they do? But Crocs, a bit pretty uncharacteristic. Cold feet from Crocs. Normally he is a guy who is in there. Now it's going to be Terror Surge and Blizzards versus each other. Jonowich will have the Ray advantage, but it's slowing down again. Slow Dive will get the pick, and it will be another reset. And it looks like Eggs has taken the scariest route out possible here. Another bolt will finish him late. And 2 minutes now off the clock already, and Team Vision are taking a little bit of a step forward.
Anomaly still have the ace in the hole. They've got the orbital ray, which is so difficult to deal with, while Team Vision don't have any support ultimates. But end of the day, if they keep getting camped here on this long stretch, if Slow Dive keeps finding picks in the neutral, none of these ultimates are going to matter. Spear comes in from Crocs though. Now the advance is on. They're stepping forward, getting ready to start using ultimates here on the corner. Violet not even going to have his pylon broken. Instead, Crocs is going to swing the corner. The wall is perfect. The Blizzard to follow up does something, I suppose. And Crocs is going to find 2 kills. Blizzard is going to come out from Choice A1. Absolute piss take of a Blizzard. The fight was already over, brother. And Anomaly, all they've had to use is 2 ultimates there. This is what I'm talking about, Zav. Vision, they make critical errors. They're so close to their support ultimates. They have their front line, but everybody gets caught by a Croc Surge.
It's crazy. I mean, they're on the slower comp, so the nature of when you're on a slower comp, your positioning is even more important because you don't have the same speed to get you out of these situations. And One and Violet, you'd expect better. You know what ult is coming. You have to be sure he has Terror Surge. All too easy a setup for Crocs there, and Anomaly are able to capitalize. Now they have this Wraith with a snowball, but the Captive Sun comes through first from Violet, looking for it into the backline now, catches a few people, Lamp is out. Now the Ray back from John, which they come through, Terror Surge in from Tama, Bola with that one, but Tama dies again as the Terror Surge goes off. It's just a 1-for-1 trade. Bola is good here from Zorro, lots of damage, can they find the finishing blows? But no, it's Crocs who goes down instead. It looked like it was open for Anomaly, but somehow, someway, Vision have just sort of shot their way out of this, and now they are pinned in on the low ground. Choi is now back on the venture, keeping this point anchored and allowing one just to clean everything up.
Oh, such a shame. Anomaly, they had a real opportunity there. When Tama doesn't get the ult off, when Zorro hits the bowler shot, but no finishing blows. A few crucial moments where Team Vision are just able to clutch it out. Again, they have supports up on that back high ground. They have the strong positions, and now this is the hardest part for Anomaly. This is where they've made a swap over to Cass that I'm not entirely sure that I like, even though Choice C1 is on the venture. But Anomaly just have to retake up a big slope when Vision have all of the angles in the world to play with. You can see they're all sitting underneath right now, but this is a recipe for getting spam, Zav.
Yeah, pressure now onto the backline here, just trying to dance their way out of it. Windows will be used. Lamp is out already from Eggs. Now they are close. But King, good Blizzard, clears them off the window and confirms a kill. Choi now, this is the threat they need to manage. If Choi's able to find trades, it will fall apart. He's got one already. Tama trying to regroup onto the high ground, and Choi just managed to get that burrow out. Terror Surge now onto Tama, who will avoid the damage actually, and now a Captive Sun onto Crocs. Doesn't take all that much damage from it though, as they desperately try and stabilize Vision. They are still low, still just getting peaked by King. He's just trying to shoot everyone down, but no, will get locked up and accepts his reset in the end. And a chance goes begging for Anomaly, and it just looks tough.
This is so brutal for Anomaly. So many different scenes where it feels like they have the opportunity. There, Crocs' ultimate. It had a finishing blow on Tama, but because of the slight edge, the lip, he doesn't get the damage off. And now Anomaly, even when King gets Tama 1 HP, gets Choice A1 1 HP, there is no finishing blow. They're still at a deficit. They're down to only a minute on the clock. Window comes out from Eggs, and it looks like an easy kite for Team Vision.
Now they have the Ray really ready to go, but Tama's not wasting any time. Terror Surge in over the top. Bola combo with it will confirm the kill on Eggs. Jonowich is so low as well. The Unburrow should finish the job here. And this is, you see the play they're going for here. Every time this backline rotates up, it's just going to be Tama and Choi dropping into that backline, causing some chaos, and then slow dive one Violet. They have so much opportunity to get the kills, and they can just keep recycling this Team Vision. Even with a Tectonic Shock, it's just going to be the same play again. Anomaly, they kind of have to ult early to get out of this.
They're going to have to ult just to get out of spawn, but if they have to use the ults far behind, they're not going to have all of the ults that they need to win the fight over on the objective. They're stepping wide, looking for their best angles. Zorro trying to poke up onto the high ground. Violet's been chipped out quite a lot, so the step is good. Slow dive taking some damage too, but now Anomaly must be concerned with the touch. They're glued to the cart. Captive Sun comes out from Violet. It catches a few. Zorro will kill slow dive. Violet's incredibly low. It's 2 for 2 right now, but we need more staying power, and with Jonowich going down, no supports remain for Anomaly. It's just Crocs and Zorro versus the world. Fort's already been invested far behind. Zorro's down. It's Crocs versus 3. We're gonna have to close the curtains on this one, Zav. 1-1 in the scoreboard.
Team Vision hold their map pick the second time of asking. This is the strongest mode for Vision, the hybrid, the escort maps. This is where their double flex supports can really come into their own. This is where Violet can have the most impact. These are the strongest modes for them. These are the maps we've seen them take off Alcadzia and Twisted Minds over in Saudi E-League as well. So very much expected that the team is very well on these modes. The real goal for Anomaly is now, can they find a hybrid pick to deny that option for Vision? Because once we get to push and flashpoint modes, they're actually all pretty good for the comps that Anomaly want to play. So if they can get there, they're in a good spot. The question is now, will Anomaly choose to go that hybrid direction? And if you do, what mode can you even pick, or what map can you even pick on hybrid? That is actually a bit the most awkward for Team Vision.
I wish I could tell you that I had an answer to that question, but my level of analysis, you know, it's basically superficial at absolute best. So that's more a question to the class. And the last, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 messages in my chat are just King, Gaga, Violet, Maga. So I don't think that anyone's answering your question from my chat.
Ah. Any
Yeah.
looking for some kind of elite genius in my chat? No, just a bois? Okay.
Nice. Nice. Thank you, King. Thank you, King.
Only
I think that
bois and
honestly,
gargars.
Honestly, we're probably just going to see it taken to maps like, New Junk City or even Suravasa. Suravasa is viable for the Bapalari, but the Lucia Kiri is also quite good into these comps. So I wouldn't be surprised if we just see it taken to maps like Flashpoint and whatnot, where you can play into the Illari quite easily. Maybe burn the Illari ban on a map type like Hybrid, somewhere where, it's actually quite good and there are some long sight lines that need to be dealt with. Escort's already out of the way, so maybe a pick of Escort here, of Hybrid here, and then a ban on Illari wouldn't go astray. I think banning one of the Bappa Illari wouldn't be a bad shout for that, because if you can take them off this double flex support comp, they're probably going to be a lot weaker, and it's probably best to do it. Go straight to Hybrid, so then you can do the, Hybrid ban Illari for sure. I thought so, Danny. Just so that then you can remove Hybrid from the options next time you lose a map, and should be good for it. See, if it's approved by the draftsman of Team Liquid, it's got to be a good shout.
They call him Draft Docs Danny.
They do call him Draft Docs Danny. Got my Draft Docs somewhere around here. Haven't filled it out anymore though.
Ooh.
Oh, could do with another coffee, to be perfectly honest. Do you think you've got a bit more filling in you?
I'm full of Phil.
All right, just keep filling, mate.
I can keep filling.
Let me get his.
Take them to King's Row.
I'll let him talk. I'll let him talk,
it.
and I'll give you this.
Are we back on the chase? I hope we're on the chase.
Fill him up, Zaddy.
I'm filling them. Hearing reports now Unter is a draft dodger. No, the biggest problem is that Unter keeps turning up to the draft against these teams' wishes. Not King's Row. Yeah, I don't know. I think like if I'm Anomaly, I'm not too worried about this. We're actually going to see a quick New Junk City pick. So it feels like Anomaly after winning Oasis and now just going to say, we're just going to tennis our way out of this one, We'll play New Junk City. It'll be really tough for you. Maybe this is where they could even use the Illari ban. I think Illari's it's not the greatest on New Junk City compared to a map like Suravasa. I think Suravasa better for it, but I don't think that'll really stop him. We can also see Violet play a lot of Akiri on these type of maps as well. Thanks, Meta. So it seems like essentially what's going to happen now is Anomaly will play New Junk City. If they win it, as they will hope to do, they'll still be on course. They might have to tank a difficult hybrids map in map 4, but then they can just go to Runa Sappy or something on map 5, and again, the map style or the map architecture should favour Anomaly's versions of comps a little bit more. Anomaly are going to start with this Juno ban here. So imagine from Vision there is a BAP Kiri option available for them as well. Interesting to see what Vision choose to do here as well in terms of, do they want to stray away from this Orisa mirror? Pay up? What do you mean? Oh, the Predator in progress. I think the mods have got it. Oh, you're making a King joke? I see. And a Tracer ban in response here from Vision. Interesting, actually, because I know in a lot of these situations, Team Vision will be very keen to play like a Kiri Tracer, and, you get Choi and Violet as that dynamic duo on the side fight. And we've seen them take it to teams. We've seen them give Twisted Minds problems with that type of matchup as well. So, a little bit surprised to see Vision go into that. Choice now for King. Does he play the Venture? Does he play the Genji? Is it possible Team Vision are actually going to play the Sim here instead? Are they going to lean into that? We have seen Choi do it before. Not with tremendous amounts of success, but it's certainly a comp they feel is in their locker. Good filling. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate it. You guys still discussing what the average rank of our chat is? It's got to be like probably high GM. Predictors believe and envision a little bit more. Gold? Nah, we're higher than that. Diamond free? I could cop a diamond free average. Masters 2? Oh, we're getting better. We're getting better. Champ 1? Plastic 5? We're better than that. And even what we lack in skill, we make up in gumption. M1 on tank and support. Don't talk to me about DPS. Yeah. DPS doesn't count as well.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Cloudy wanted me to stay. I left. Oh, Eggs typed in the chat. Was Cloudy on this team before?
No, it wasn't Eggs on Cloudy's team before. If I'm remembering it right.
Eggs said, anyone know what happened between Eggs and SR Pig Check? And Eggs said, Cloudy wanted me to stay. I left, still didn't get paid. And he hates me now.
Wait,
Nice.
SR Pig Check get paid?
Who pays them? Buy Unto Zero went live. Oh yeah, go have fun. Another gameplay streamer. Jeez, it's actually so brutal to decide which streamer you want to watch, you know, when you've got this absolute smorgasbord of personality. You've got to choose between Zera, Tree, RuPaul, Vega, all the fucking gameplay in the world on Team Liquid. Like, at least you, like, wait until Infected goes live and bait him about Spider-Man, you know? Like, you can do something there. You're a gameplay streamer and it isn't even your own. You said I'm a gameplay streamer, but, you know, at 5:04, you told me that I was a drop streamer. Bunk. So you're going to have to make up your mind. Am I a drop streamer or a gameplay streamer? There's a difference. Tree's a personality streamer. Cried. Keep watching the goddamn OJ highlights. Slop streamer. I'm a football highlights streamer is what I am.
Wait, you just watching OJ highlights now?
Yeah, I'm 6 minutes into an OJ highlights video. While I went and made the coffee, I just queued up the highlights. Dude, the juice was insane. Like, this guy could run.
I mean, the best part of NFL is so many of the positions are so specialized, is what you just get is like freaks of humanity who just seem to have the perfect body type for this exact skill set.
Cap says, I honestly consider you a historian streamer. Cap, did you wind up watching much of the segment of me fucking tearing to bits your video? Because that was fucking awesome. I had so much fun. And now I'm not half asleep, so you know I can talk about it with a straight face.
Can I teach people gumption?
Oren?
It's kind of like you either got gumption or you don't got gumption situation.
You can't teach gumption. You're born with gumption, grit, heart, or you're not. I heard Uber say gumption on his stream recently. There was like some clip of him casting recently where he was going crazy and he said gumption.
It's a good word.
All right, we're on New Junk City. My coffee is probably not up yet because it's a little early.
Kev is a personality streamer? Kev's not even a personality person. That joke's smart to make you first think as well. Alright. You at your computer? Are we in sync? 17? 16? 15?
15, 14.
13.
Yeah, we're in sync, mate. It just works.
I've become slightly ahead. I'm giving it a flicker pause.
Right. Yeah, okay. You flick a pause if you'd like. As long as you're not reading out the numbers that are on the screen right now, we should be good. And we have seen an instant toss of the draft coming out from Anomaly as they have decided to take us to New Junk City instead of thinking in the big picture. We enter the 9th layer of hell. The screams of Babylon are heard in the background as the first fight fades into nothingness. The Observer will zoom in though and get us a little bit closer to the action as we can see double flex ball coming out from Team Vision. Yet again, Anomaly going with the Lucio Kiri Hazard approach. I think the Lucio Kiri Hazard will be very good here, but Zoro's already dead. How's this happened?
A disaster, just kind of walked forward and did that. No fancy TPs or anything. A lamp comes in to help Violet out of Crox's aggression, but Anomaly very much on the back foot, and they're just going to have to reset. Cap still hasn't opened yet, but it just has actually, sorry. They're going to get first Cap Vision, and it will be retake. No ults to speak of there, and that was just a bit of a nothing approach from Anomaly. They lost someone so early, and now it's going to be difficult to get through these chokes because Tama's going to lock down one side, Slowdive and Choi can keep their eye on the other, and they have to try and make a bit of space and closes, but it can be difficult for the Hazard, but a good wall onto Slowdive does lead to a kill, and now they have their opening Anomaly.
Anomaly already have a foot in the door, slow dive on his back, but Crocs is taking an absolute beating. Everybody from Team Vision crashing out, trying to find that trade, but they haven't got it. So now Tama's in a spot of bother. TP comes and actually will save his life. Crocs is once again incredibly low, but King with the pinch. He needs a dash reset. Come on, give Renee what he wants. Give it to him. He gets the kill, and that is going to be Anomaly taking fight number 2 here. It looks like Crocs' hero pick. It's good if he can get on the backliners, but he's seemingly stuck playing front to back quite often, and that makes it quite awkward for the Hazard. If you have to fight the Orisa, you lose that trade very often. Thank you, King.
You can see Vision trying to keep the map as big as possible. Have Tama play a little bit aggressive, keep him pinned in, and just keep that space for their Bap and Alari. That's much easier to do when you have control of a point now, but Vision have to retake, which means getting their squishier backline through these chokes should set up these dives a lot more. They're going to use the TP to try and flip the map where they get a bit of space. Double support ult comes out, but here's a double support ult back from Anomaly. High noon swing with it as well. Violet taken out of the air. Now can deal with this Orisa on point. Tama nearly has the Terror Surge, but it's too low to use it. And it was double support ult versus double support ult, but in this type of matchup, the beat for Kitsune Rush needs are much more powerful than Vision's ults.
Oh, that's perfect for Anomaly, but they have spent heavily. Violet over to the Lucio now, gonna just hang up the skates. Except not skates. He's gonna pick up the skates because it's not happening on a lot. Time! 58 time viewers. Thank you very much. Cheers. I appreciate that. I hope your viewers enjoy the Tashi and everything else. Eggs! Oh my days. Goes down pre-fight to Tama. Downpour from Crocs finds nothing. King pulls the blade though. He's got a chance to carry this one. No kills being converted though. They're just gonna give the flip over to Team Vision. They don't want to fight into that symbol. Trade favors Anomaly as they've got Crocs. I think Eggs might actually be back into this one too. One is going to get instantly crashed out on. He will go down. Violet soon to follow. No surprises there. TP's broken, and that's going to be Anomaly not only taking this fight, but the point as well. Thank you again, Time. Appreciate that, mate.
Good on your Time. Well played by Anomaly there. They realised they had a significant advantage as Tama goes down. Seems to be a repeating pattern here, dying during the Terror Surge, but goes down during it. Anomaly realise they have a significant advantage. Don't have to try and risk it by fighting into a symbol. Can just wait, reset, and then take the 5v4 afterwards. Now they are holding the choke. Choi is onto the Torb to try and pump damage into Crocs, but they are stuffed in right now. Slow dive with the swing. Catches Zoro as they try and back up. Now Anomaly a player down as they try and look for their next one, but they might just be waiting for support ults here, Anomaly.
Jeez, already Anomaly need to play it slow, wait for their respawns. When they have these support ultimates online, though, they will be able to crash out and get a very aggressive push. Violet back onto the Alari is just Violet being back over to a liability hero, and Vision really do need something magical in order to win this next turn, because either support ult with the push, it's going to be almost impossible for Team Vision to live. You can see they're already pre-positioned for the kite. Eggs throws out the Kitsune Rush on the objective, and they are actually just going to kite and trade the flip, but Anomaly can keep it going. Crocs goes deep and actually goes down as Tama hits the spear. Beat from Jono, which is good though, and one, he's thrown in the window into all of this. That's no good at all for Team Vision because there's no way they're going to win this exchange, is it?
Dashing in right now, King has to be careful. There's a turret on him as well as he dives back towards his team. They can deal with the turret, deal with the Orisa. Will be okay for it in the end, but again, Anomaly have to use both support ults to win that fight. And there is a problem that Anomaly might run into here where they've used all of these ults. They need this downpour, they need the blade, they need to find a way to win with these ults as well. Good news is Vision don't have all that much just yet, but they're getting close to their own bank. All eyes on Anomaly. They're actually going to go early with this blade, straight over the Sojourn. Lamp comes through, Lamp's taken care of, bit of it, lots of damage, but no kills from King. They push forward and find nothing in Team Vision. They absorb the blade. Zoro's going to have a hard time getting out of here. They can try and turn, but Zoro, he's running back to the point. He's got full pocket, but advantage now for Vision in terms of players and ultimates.
Huge advantage for Vision by way of ultis right now. Zoro swings with the high noon. Got to be careful not to be speared out of this one. Molten Core comes out onto the point. That feels like it should be an easy kite, but Choice A1 is out in the open. Downpour comes out from Crocs, catches nothing. Jonowich will go down to the Terror Surge. That's 2. Make that 3 for Team Vision now. Double support ultimate will be online for Vision in the next turn, but same can be said for Anomaly. Really, it's anybody's game in this next turn, Zav.
Not the greatest series of fights from Anomaly, things going wrong with some of their early fights, but the good news is Kitsune Rush is beat coming up again. If they can get to this combo, they've won the fight every time they've used this pair of ultimates before, so they'll be looking for the same here. They have time to farm it up before they go. Jonowich does still need 20%, but if they can get in these ults, they can use Kitsune Rush to close the distance, Beat to finish the job. Eggs has it ready to go now if they want to start it. They've already done a decent job getting in through the left-hand side now. Vision, on the other hand, they need clutches, something like that, the perfect kill from Slowdive, and now Team Vision, they can push forward. They know they want to slow it down here. Anomaly might just have to Kitsune Rush to fight this one, but Eggs dies with another perfect kill from Slowdive. He is killed, but now a window back on point. Crocs will dive in, but it is a death sentence here, and such an important pick from Slowdive.
Disastrous scenes for Anomaly. Jonowich going down so incredibly close to the beat. Just a 1-for-1 exchange there in the end, but Team Vision are laughing all the way to the bank. Crocs has made the move over to the Queen. He was on horse for a second, and I thought, yeah, Orisa would be good here. It looks like you're having a bit of a hard time on the Hazard, but he's going to go all out with the Aura picks today. And once again, I can hear the Angels screaming as we enter the 9th layer once more. Team Vision, they have a point with very long sight lines where they can pound on Crocs from far away. I think it's going to be very difficult to make the Queen work here, really relying on a good beat push and a hard carry from Crocs and King.
Looking for it now, but it's an overclock first. They deep peek. Beat comes out now from Jonowich, but they need to push back. King is all over Slowdive, and Slowdive continues to run. Crocs has walked forward. High Noon actually finds Violet going for that. Captive Sun countered out, and they will be good with the beat push in the end. Eggs all traded late, and Tamara's still dying on point. Bit of pocket from one. Tama has the Terror Surge, but it'd be optimistic to try and turn it here, so he's just going to accept the reset. All happened before point was unlocked or flipped as well. So best case for Anomaly, who now have the Blade ready for this next fight.
Still going to be a very difficult next fight for Anomaly. King has the blade that can slice and dice through everybody on Team Vision. And everybody on Team Vision is a juicy target for the blade. But the thing is, everybody on Team Vision does a hell of a lot of damage too. So it's going to be incredibly difficult for King to get in there without dying to something off on the side. Team Vision's position right now is very balled up, but they have the Terror Surge to counter. Hard push coming in from Anomaly right now. Shout push around the corner. Turret broken. Slide burn from Slowdive. There is a real chance for King to make it happen here. Spear's been committed as well. King goes deep with the blade. He slashes the lamp. He gets the deflect, but he will be hammed up by this Terror Surge from Tama. Crocs is speared into the backline. Eggs, Crocs, they're both so close to their ultimates though, and it looks like Anomaly have actually managed to give a little bit of the slip to Team Vision. Now, when Vision try and swing through the choke, they're going to be pushing into so many ults. Zoro with the flank catches Violet. It's looking good for Team Anomaly right now.
They're all kind of low, but they're getting the kills, and this time, you saw it as well, proactive from Anomaly. They go in, bit of pressure, they all reset rounds, and then, before Vision can have time to set themselves, get in position, maybe use their window to clear some space, they're hit on the flanks again. And it might be a few late kills here as well, as Zoro can presumably... No, he can't find the ding, so no late kills. I guess it's fine. Crocs is busy cooking up a storm. And now, ult situation... Beautiful for Anomaly. This is such a powerful combo of ults. Kitsune Rush to fight on point, Rampage or Beat if they force out some key cooldowns. This is going to be so hard for Vision to live.
Orange Slayer, give me your money now or you're getting put in timeout for a week. Anomaly, so many ultimates to play with here. And honestly, I was skeptical of the Crocs Queen pick early on. Now I'm loving it because there's no way to cleanse his Queen ultimate. Choice A1 pops his cum shot, deflects it into himself and will fall. Violet's Captive Sun appears to have caught nothing at all. Slowdive, Tama, and one are all anti-healed. Meanwhile, Violet goes down in main. But the anti hasn't actually netted any kills. Need a kill here from Zoro. He will deliver. It's King, Zoro, and Eggs versus 2. But Slowdive and Tama are so comically low that King will be the cleanup crew at the end of the day. Expensive fight for Anomaly, though. Ugh.
It's 4 for 3, but really can't understate that. And normally it's their 3 best ultimates, essentially, whereas Vision's are a lot more disposable. Now Vision, Overclock, Terror Surge, these are more reliable ults, and normally they're going to have to rely on aggression. They're going to have to do the same thing they were doing on the previous point, where they hit people from different flanks, but Zoro with an opening pick before nothing. Now they're going to have a little poke outside, and normally looking for more kills, staggering them as well. King needs help, no such help. Terror Surge to turn it, and Anomaly too greedy. Reasonable to go and have a look once you have player advantage, but got to respect the ults that are still in play, or you just set up an easy Terror Surge for Tama like happened just there.
Anomaly saw red. They had the pick and they wanted more. Pushing straight into a Terror Surge, straight into a surround, an absolute panopticon of angles for Team Vision. Slowdive requesting a pause. Let's get a push going, Anomaly. Come on, come on. Somebody's AFK right now. Damn it. I need Anomaly to take the lead here. Oren, am I going to put you in timeout for a week right now? Is that what's going to happen? You're really not going to give me any money? Ah.
Bloody Oren.
Okay, I've clicked on Oren's profile to ban him for a week, and I've seen that he has this like insane TVNT profile picture, and you can stay for that. Is that looks like a personal picture of TVNT, like a picture from his Facebook or something? Like what? Where did you get that? You get to stay, Oren. You get to stay. You put a smile on my face today. It's his yearbook photo.
That explains it all then.
Oh, match paused. Slow dive internet issues. The prod's insane for that.
I mean, it's actually nice to get a little bit of insight here into exactly what's going on, and when we can set our expectations for how long it might be. Hoping for not too long for us, a bit of a dodgy connect.
All right, we're back into it.
Oh, not too long at all. Expectations met. Retake now for Anomaly. They have the beat to go with, but with good spacing here and an overclock, it is going to be so tricky for King to find a meaningful connection here. Really don't have the biggest blade so far in his new Junk City, and this is going to be one of the trickier ones. Look how far away this backline is now he wants to get on. Has to try and take a flank, close the gap in some way. Crocs is trying to clear a bit of space for him. They might just be waiting for this high noon to clear the space instead.
Oh, Crocs has worked his way in towards the enemy backline right now. He's forced out the lamp. If they can just break it,
Blade.
King goes deep. He's looking for more. He's burning inside to the perk, but he takes down one. He takes down Violet. He's the bladiest Genji. He's got shades of Putty Pan in the clutch right now as Anomaly. They get it done with the Noon and the Blade alone. Slow dive popped the overclock in all of this. Sticky turret down, 77%. You already know Crocs is going to go to the enemy team's spawn. Zoro finds the kill. It's last fight for Team Vision. Tama's on the wheel. Choice A1's been caught. Do they even have a chance?
They're going to give a touch here through Tama, but do they really have a hope flooding back into this? Slowdiver's gone Sombra. Tama's trying to line up one more touch. He's slow though. And really have to give a lot of credit for Anomaly there. We've seen a few times here, because normally with Crocs teams we talk about their creativity, their relentless aggression, but a few times now we've seen discipline. Deliberate thinking, deliberate choices. We saw them not just commit with that blade. It was going to be really hard for King. Instead, they wait for that high noon. That allows King to cross and close the distance for free. Then they even manage to force the lamp thanks to some good work from Crocs. And then all of a sudden, King's blade is able to clean up. But they set it up beautifully there. And really nice and important that they win this map as well, not to give over the map pick advantage. So good pick for Anomaly in terms of that they won the map. But obviously, now do have to worry. Now it's going to be Vision picking the hybrid, and the favourites for the fixture will reverse as we move map time.
I do think that a little bit of a mistake has been made in the draft here by leaving hybrid open, because now, once again, we can go to a map where the double flex is good, hybrid, best remaining type for the double flex, and they can protect band support to enable the comp again. It was entirely possible for Anomaly to take Vision to hybrid and ban out their best there on hybrid. But instead, here we are. I suppose there is merit to taking it to a flashpoint and avoiding a Lucio ban as well. I don't think the Lucio ban has been spent yet. Is that correct? I saw Lucio on map 1. I don't think they banned Lucio on circuit. I think they...
Fact check.
Is that right? Yeah, let's get a fact check on that one. Yeah, unless there was a Lucio ban on circuit. So maybe there's some merit to that as well, because they can just go give up on hybrid and then play for the map 5 instead, you know?
Yeah,
like,
no Lucio
you win here.
Spent.
Yeah, and then you just get to win all of your best types, you know? Now that you've won Koth, you can just play to win the other 2 as well. Momentum theory. Can't deny the TVNT GOAT EMEA tank Saudi on top. If you were a real Saudi fan, you would write TOB, not TOP, but you do you. Put up a gambler, or I'll go watch a gameplay streamer. Mods, please, help this viewer gamble. Get them hooked.
Was it mostly Alba in Saudi E-League? No, it was very much all One and Violet. I think originally some of the thinking behind having Alba available was to accommodate the minimum number of Saudis required in Saudi E-League, but with that number changing, it's actually opened up options for Team Vision to go a different direction. So I think very much just one and Violet in all these situations for the most part. And then AMDP plays pretty well. I think all of actually Saudi League, if I remember right. And Tama plays all of FACEIT.
Alba is not Saudi? I don't know, nothing.
No, he's Scottish.
You need to upload. What would you say?
The match is about to start.
Sorry, I'm late.
You need to upload the clips of you shitting on Capitology to YouTube. That shit is so good. Yeah, I was thinking about clipping it out. But I'm also like I'm a fat, lazy, repulsive bastard. So I was wondering like if somebody could do it for me and then I could upload it to my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Like my editor, but not me. So like, I'm tempted, right? Because I really can't bring myself to watch it back. But yeah. If somebody could do it for me, that would be fucking crazy, don't you think? I'll have to look into this, see if my editor has any interest in doing that. Mr. Clip Dump guy.
Receive.
Yeah, well, you know, I've had people go through my shit before and make videos, so let's see if anybody here wants to step up to the plate and make it. Mind you, I want to upload it to my channel, not yours. When was the stream? It was yesterday. Go. Channel. Let me show you. Maybe TVNT was killed you. You're right. It was here.
When you get a chance.
It was between EMEA and NA.
Copper general discussion as well.
Yeah, so it was like around here, where I was talking through it all, but it's a long segment. Like it's all the way back here as well, I think. No, that's cap. It's like all the way back here. It's a very long segment where I was talking about Capitology's YouTube video. I was watching his shit for like an hour. But yeah. It's here in the middle of the VOD between EMEA and NA as I watch his videos. What'd you say, Xavi?
Check Copper general discussion in the FACEIT Discord.
Oh, okay. Having a look-sees. Gabe Skilligan.
Dropping a hashtag a quit to that one.
Hashtag a quit. the fucking OJ duo, man.
What's been said? Basically, obviously, if you were here earlier, there was a lot of skunk talk, and obviously, Paul Skunk himself, the lead skunker, the prime skunker, has spied our conversation, and then he's jumped in with "I will not be denied."
Exclamation mark allegations. Yep. Watching a region where Crocs is getting more money than Kevster. I mean, everyone gets more money than Kevster because Kevster doesn't get his money. So
if you found a penny on the floor today, you have found more. You've made more than Kevster.
Yeah, it's actually so easy to make more money than Kevster right now. At the Ultimates GG. God, it feels good to get paid more than Kevin finally.
An impossible task on Glads.
Yeah, genuinely an impossible ask.
Real
like,
hard.
Good fucking luck. But like post Glads, life has been good. This guy goes from budget ents to a Saudi scammer org, like fucking strength to strength. Until when is the next Uncoachable? Maybe subscribe to me and you'll find out, Rob. How does that sound, eh? Or Zav could just answer. I don't know.
We're hoping to record next week when Chrissy is back from Florence. If you're a Florence fuckboy, type 1 in the chat.
Hunter, did you wear 32 in contenders to honor the juice? No, but I will make my number from now on 32 if ever I have the opportunity to declare a number. I'll look into this.
Why is Choi playing Sim and Torb? So, I mean, Sim is very strong in the meta right now, very popular in EMEA, and Torb is good into Hazard. But I do agree with a sentiment of, actually, if I'm Choi, just go Genji and Tracer, mate. You're also good at that. Feels like he's not as comfortable on the Sim, the Torb as well. I mean, to be fair, when he did get killed with that deflect, it was actually everyone else shooting the deflect, not him. But minimal impact on the sim hero, minimal impact on the torp hero. I'm very much would just rather him just play Tracer or something like that. How do you afford that trip? Good budgeting. Because I've not paid him either. In reference to Chris. Do pro players get salaries? Yes. Most of the time. If you're assigned to an org with a good reputation and some sort of bank balance, you would normally get a salary.
Oh my god, Infected is also live? Wow. North America's personalities are coming alive right now. Whose content can I steal first? Infected is playing with Zira.
Ooh. The combo.
Top 3 Spider-Man issues off the top of your head.
You've just teed up Infected for 30 minutes of content.
I know this is a Saudi TikTok, Danny. Hey, Painkiller.
Is that from the channel? Yeah, essentially what Seppu said is, you know, how are they not allowed to pay? The truth is they're not, but the problem is to cause for consequence, it's a very expensive endeavor. And it's also very complicated to do this for countries that are not within your own country, like to sue someone from a different country. In fact, in reality, the people who have the most power to protect in these situations are actually sort of the esports tournament organizers and federations, I think, more than anything. I know, like, previously, when some Saudi orgs have had issues, it's actually been, like, Saudi E-League getting involved, and that has caused, like, more of a difference to actually be made, rather than going the legal path, because the legal path is very slow and very expensive.
The gameplay is so good on this stream. Holy shit. Dark Maga. Yeah, Infected is so locked into this fucking 1v1. Oh, now he's typing. Much love, Boston.
Chris just fucked for TU Project and Overwatch, just trying to play dive. Cheers. I think there were bigger issues.
298, 300, 1. The big 3. You heard it here first.
Oh. Good
Game's
gameplay.
Yep. Good. Gameplay is on. We have a Lucio ban from Team Vision and a push pick. So this is a very interesting one indeed. They've actually decided to go for the approach of let's play for hybrid without. So they are actually comfortable playing the double flex here with a Lucio ban, and then they can go hybrid, and you know they can take or leave the Ilario the bat on one of those maps. So I don't mind that approach at all, to be perfectly honest. And I think here it's going to be a bit awkward for Anomaly. Crocs back over to the Hazard again, but it's a straight lining map. It's going to be really difficult for Crocs to find the backline here. Speedrun over to the right hand side, and you can see Zoro. He's swinging wildly for it, but Team Vision, they're all playing so far right now.
Yeah, it's just slowing it down. Anomaly, they do need to try and connect on that back line, but Team Vision, it's such a long corridor. It is really tricky. The Torb ban will help Crocs. There's not the ideal swap that Choi would want to do like he did on that New Junk City. But now closing some of the space, but King's recall's forced early. Cleanse as well, and Anomaly, they just need to try and reset their cooldowns here. Oh, they cannot.
Oh, no chance to reset from the looks of things as Violet and Slowdive step up and clean up. And normally you can see how difficult this is for Crocs. He needs to get off the Hazard. There's no way for him to find his way in on these long central fights. 24% of his ult to 78% for Tama. He needs a hero that can poke a little bit more in the neutral, that can negate damage for longer periods of time. If there were more flanks available to him, if he could work his way in through the side, get up on a high ground, drop in onto a low ground, it would be a different story. but I really just don't think that's the case on Colosseo. I think this is an awkward hazard map. So Crocs putting himself in a difficult position right now, but I'm ready to be proven wrong. I would love to see Crocs make it work.
They've got the Kitsune Rush if they want to commit to this as well. You would expect potentially Crocs to make an aggressive move and Eggs to follow that with the TP. Window comes out now, and this is the decision. Looks like they are choosing to disengage it rather than go through. Crocs will take a little back step, needs to live in this situation. Eventually Anomaly will have to go, but they're just trying to bleed out resources. Now the Captive Sun comes through. High Noon in response, swinging back to that one. Kitsune Rush and cleanses out as Zoro's trying to take this duel. But Violet, not scared, but also not hitting anything. So nothing out of that one for Violet. Kitsune Rush holds their ground. They'll push them back. They need to worry about this Tracer threat, but as long as they can deal with that, Anomaly can actually push for kills in main. Now remember, no speed for Vision. It's hard to get out of these situations.
Being told that they should be vision maxing and stopping the payload earlier. That's what the cap video was about yesterday, by the way, that we were losing because we were not vision maxing. And normally they still have a chance with the Orbital Ray. Orbital Ray comes out in main, but Tama does have the response. There is a Terra Surge on the cards. Both skills burn, so maybe going to be forced to use it quite soon, but no, Tama does seem to be able to just rest on the corner. Everything being thrown into it by Anomaly, but Choice A1 goes down. His Pulse Bomb takes only him down. Now Crocs, he's in the back. He forces the ult from Tama. Tama's so low, but it's not going to be a Tama Jax for once in his miserable life. It's a 4v4 now, but Crocs is dead. Jonowich is also taken down by Slowdive. Tama might just be traded here. We need another shot onto Tama. It will be delivered. It's a 3v3, but Vision have a much closer spawn. Zoro is catching heads left, right, and center, though. Now throw the gun! Get out of here! Zoro going absolutely gangbusters to clutch up for Anomaly.
Huge fight win there for Anomaly. Really could have gone either way, but just comes down to a cash duel, and Zoro, nice little dink, then threads the needle, and now all of a sudden Anomaly going to get a decent few meters on the board. They're coming back with Kitsune Rush and a downpour. Team Vision, no defensive ults as such. They can window on that high ground, but that can just invite Eggs to be aggressive. It's a Kitsune Rush only on point though, so they have to still try and find a way to go up. Trying to clear the point, window back now. Can Crocs find this downpour opening? He's swung underneath, but they've lost control of the robot.
Oh, King's going to have to get on top of that bot soon enough. You can see him working his way underneath right now. But he goes for a pulse up on the high ground instead. Now he's on the cart with no recall. He's being forced backwards, and this time it's Slowdive getting the better of Zoro. Crocs has had this downpour for the longest of times, but he can't find the angle to use it. All off the back of Anomaly losing card control there. Such a disaster that they couldn't sneak it underneath. Now they're bleeding out slowly as Anomaly have to go all the way back to spawn.
Lead preserved from Vision and all of that. It's down to 2 meters, but a lead is a lead. You see Tama actually looking for Crocs here, who is in a bit of an awkward position, has to stay behind here. He's actually getting pressure from Choi right now, but X has killed Violet off screen while this has been happening. So Team Vision, too focused on Crocs, and they lose Violet behind it. This is going to be a disengage for free. Downpour to chase for kills. How many can Crocs find? The lamp is out. They're all locked in, but there's no follow-up. Crocs comes out now, tries to wall himself in. An Anomaly make a bit of a meal of that. The downpour was good, but no follow-up.
A little bit of a mess. FLX Red Eyes, thank you very much for the tier 1 gifted to Juby. Please don't leave me, Juby. You can refresh the page to get rid of your ads now, mate. God, I miss you. You've already gone, I can only assume. But thank you very much, Red Eyes. And normally they've bled the bank dry right now. They can slow play for their support ultimate here, but Vision have it all. All 5 ultimates in the pocket. Orbital Ray forced out from Jonowich, but here comes a huge response. Captive Sun, Terra Surge, High Noon, everything in the kitchen sink. It's a classic case of kitchen sink thing, really. Sink theory, really. But now, honestly, Vision, they win the fight. They're going to get check off this. They did waste a lot of odds to do it, though. A 3-for-1 trade is not how you keep on snowballing.
No, they will get checkpoint out of here, and Crocs is going to swap over onto the Orisa now, so more of a straightforward matchup. Did feel like Crocs wasn't able to find as many of the aggressive timings where he gets on top of the backline that you really want to be doing on Hazard. So instead now, we'll just be playing more of a front to back. It will be Team Vision trying to hold this high ground. A bit gingerly, though. They've already rotated down to the low ground. Are they plan to just disengage this? They kind of boxed in already. Tama's taken so much damage. Pulse Bomb flung out. Lamp to save Tama's life, but they've just had to give all this space for free, and we're going back to a corridor fight.
Going to be cart control for Anomaly now as they swing back to the center. Eyes on one because he's got the window that he's going to try and pop out with it. You can see he's positioned quite forward right now. He needs to be careful not to get caught out. Everybody from Team Vision trying to kite, but Tama up shit creek a little bit. Very far forward, doesn't have the spin. Pulse Bomb splashes onto Crocs and that forces Eggs to pop his ultimate as well. Window exchange for Kitsune Rush right now. Crocs wants to keep the push going. Let's keep the good times rolling. Spear into nothing. Crocs is getting ready for his push timing here. Goes over the window. Doesn't take all too much damage. damage. Lamp comes down. Everybody is right in front of Crocs' face, but no kills are converted. It's Tama holding the space forward, going for the spear. Spin and Fort both forced out, but Crocs is the man to fall.
They looked for a very aggressive move there, but just so hard to push into it. Zoro finds a good trade, but tank advantage still in the hands of Vision, so they should be able to clean this one up. Just about where the kills are. It looks like King might be trapped in here as the rest of the team are trying to back out. King trying to play his own life. Just play evasive, regroup, wait for Crocs, and go again. They have to worry about this Captive Sun in the next fight and the Terror Surge. And this combo is something Vision have been using quite a lot.
It's a very powerful combo, very difficult to avoid, really heavily reliant on eggs, somehow cleansing both the damage from Tama's Surge and Violet's Captive Sun. The problem here is that you need to space for it more than anything else. You cannot realistically be expected to cleanse at all. Huge ult clash coming through though. The Wombo combo is in, but the Suzu is perfect. He's done it! Almost. It looks like the cast is going to fall. Zoro goes down. One player, make that a two-player lead now for Team Vision, and nothing is going right for Anomaly. They've stolen the cart at least a little bit into enemy territory, but there's no more meters being posted, and Vision, they've got a 30-meter lead. They've already secured the checkpoint. Anomaly need clean wins, and they are so far separated from them right now. This is their best chance coming right up, where they've got a little bit of an ultimate advantage, and they have a high ground to set up on.
Yeah, they're going to try and swing around this far side. Actually, yeah, a high noon coming out from Zoro. Will gain them cart control back as King is going to press him that one. Loads of damage onto Tama actually as well. Mismanages cooldowns. High noon to try and pressure it, but Zoro swings up. Disaster for Team Vision. They're going to window their way out of this as well. Terror Surge on point. And this is a really, really ugly one for Vision.
It's a hideous fight for Vision, but there is a consolation prize. There is a little pot of gold at the end of the rainbow because they did turn on close spawns there. And that means Tama and Violet, oh, we're back in hell, will be getting close spawned. They will be able to take a fast fight here. No back spawns for Team Vision at all. And that means no additional meters for Anomaly unless they can win another fight. Crocs is already being poked quite heavily. Jonowich needs to use this as an opportunity to charge up that orbital ray. They need something here from King. He's scrapping it out with Choice A1 on the flank. But where is Eggs? Where is the side fighter? Why is my Tracer being forced out? It should be a 2v1, not a 1v1 right now. Kitsune Rush comes out in main. Crocs has the side angle. He might be able to find something, but his spear goes wide. The only kill converted through this rush has been a pylon. Choice A1 scrapping it out. Tama pops the surge. Catches nothing at all. Catches Zoro, but still, Anomaly, they're in a 4v4 and they need more. King goes down as well to the burn of Violet, and nothing is going their way.
Crocs with a trade, but he is now stuck deep behind enemy lines. His supports are still in lane, but Tama can isolate this. Orisa, Crocs is still trying to give him a slip. Eggs is going to TP towards him as well. They want to fight this one. Crocs sends him back. He's regrouped with it. The pulse bomb is out. Both fortify away. Ray comes through. Crocs is 1 HP. He's got the mega. Tama's low. He's 1 HP in the Ray. Disaster now for Vision again. Important trade from Slowdive. They still have all their players on the high ground. Anomaly are flooding back into it as well. Jonowich, but Slowdive. The trades are good for the high ground. Trades will be enough for Vision now, but it's getting very, very ugly.
There's no supports for Anomaly. They need to be so incredibly careful playing underneath like this. If they aggress even a little bit too much, they're going to lose their condition. There's a taxi coming to Eggs right now. Zoro is running back to TP taxi Eggs. Jonowich is going to completely miss the fight. 5 seconds for the touch. You can see Slowdive flanking over to the right. Wait, who's touching?
Crocs! Oh, disaster. There was no speed there because they were doing the taxi, and Vision stopped moving the payload, and all that effort, all that. Yeah, where was the
King was hiding behind for the touch. Yeah, King was hiding behind for the touch. That's where the Cassidy was going. That's where Slowdive was walking. He found King and he killed him for the touch. But that's tough. That's tough. We're going to map 5. We're going a hybrid. Bap and Ilari bans both available. First ban available for the Lucio team. Are they just going to ban Violet off Ilari and call it there?
Yeah, I mean,
what's the thing is... Or maybe a BAP ban would be better. I think a BAP ban would be better, because I think that blocks like both at the same time.
Ilari. Yeah, and then
I think a BAP ban
feels
is
a bit
best.
ugly.
I think it's so hard to play Ilari without BAP into Lucio Kiri, so I really think I should do that.
Yeah, I mean, I want to give credit as well to Vision here, because this was the move they made was essentially the opposite version of what we were talking about with Anomaly earlier, where we said Anomaly need to go to hybrid because the push map will be really good for them. If they can just pick Runasapi afterwards, it should just be a lock. Team Vision, of the same opinion, block for Runasapi and gamble now out of all the hybrid maps. They can probably feel okay on all of them, you know? Like, Kings Row, Midtown, and a third map that I definitely remember the name of. What's in the pool at the moment? Kings Row, Midtown.
I don't know. I
Let's
don't
see.
work in the tournament, so I'm not really sure. It's Hollywood.
I might just bank Hollywood. Yeah, all really reasonable for the Team Vision comps here. So Team Vision, their gamble pays off. They win Colosseo. And I expect here, if there is an Alari ban of such, it will just be Violet going over to the Kiri. We've seen him do pretty decent work on this. And actually, some of Vision's best looks have been just having Violet on Kiri, Troy on Tracer. And they do just have two of their strongest players just playing a carry role on the flanks here as well. So, wouldn't be unhappy to see that from Vision, because in reality, all those maps, pretty reasonable for a Kiri Tracer type duo.
Yeah, I think it can be a little bit awkward on the King's Row sometimes to play that side angle comp because you can just run it up through main at the same timing. But really, important thing is just that we see a support ban come out. As long as Lucio Kiri is open, Lucio Kiri is possible on all three. And really expecting to see one of the BAP or Illari taken out. I think the best ban possible right now for Anomaly is it's got to be the BAP, right? Just takes one off his best character, takes Violet off the Illari at the same time. It really is a double value ban. The only way that that's not possible is if the ban has already been used, but I'm not sure that that's happened. Pirate OW with the tier 1. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. Can we get some shocked in the chat? Come on now. Like, thanks, Pirate, mate.
Oh yeah, it was the
AST
Lucio ban
Design
was,
playing later today. Huh?
Lucio ban was invested by Vision in that last map, so one
Yeah,
less
they
thing
did.
for
They banned
Anomaly
it
to run it.
on
And the Kiriko's been banned as well, so actually Anomaly can actually just ban quite freely, I think.
They should ban support though, right?
Yeah,
Because
I think it's
the
like,
enemy
yeah.
team is just, it's like the best game type for double flex here. Are you watching the AST game later? I'm going to watch the broadcasted games because I don't have specking. BAP is already used? Okay, so Larry it is. Is AST going to be on broadcast today? Who are the broadcasted games for North America? Has it been declared? Because I would love to watch AST. AST is actually insane. No glaze. Obviously.
Thanks for not
No glaze.
glazing.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't dream of it.
No idea, actually. The thing I've
It's
got
fucking helpful, mate.
is just, I think upper bracket 1, I think it says. But I
Is
actually have no
there
idea.
is there another EMEA game after this?
Yes, for lower bracket as well, right? We're doing
Oh shit!
Dreamlight versus Arios. Bad news?
So the broadcast is definitely longer today then, because yesterday upper and lower happened at the same time, and everything ended after 2. So it was 4 matches total. Whereas today it's going to be 6 matches total on the broadcast. Is that correct?
Yes. And then tomorrow it's
Shit.
a 2 and 2.
I told my mother that I'd be around for lunch and that she should come to this side of the city. And if there's an extra game for both, I don't like our chances. Shit.
Has she left already? Is there a chance to
Nah, it's 6 a.m, but my grandmother's prepared the lunch. Oh,
no.
shit. Get your mum to cast. My mum's not coming here. I've got to go somewhere. Fuck. What to do? Bring your mum on stream? I would rather die. Or just stop casting? That's not an option.
Wouldn't it be a
I'd like to
restream
genuinely
tomorrow? Oh, sorry. You finish.
Oh, there will be a rerun. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, I'm just going to be rerunning, and worst case, there's going to be another set of games tomorrow as well, so you can lock in for those ones.
Sorry, Mum, I can't have lunch. FACEIT Masters is
on. We are going to get that Alari ban as anticipated out of Anomaly.
The BAP ban came in on map 1.
Yeah.
That's why things look so easy. We've been over this before. Women love FACEIT Masters playoffs. Yeah, but only women under the age of 60, Raylini. If your mother is 62 years old, you'll find that she's no longer particularly sympathetic to the incredible sexual charm that is FACEIT Masters playoffs.
Are you telling me that your grandma wasn't one of those 2 women in that photo?
I'm not telling you, actually. I'm getting up from my chair because I'm going to go skunk it.
2-2 Ziad, score-wise. So this one is all the marbles. Anomaly get to pick the map, but the mode is hybrid. And it's going to be a cast ban in response from Vision. Probably probably actually the hero Zoro's been getting through the most work on, so don't hate it. Not the most impactful, you know, but does maybe shift it slightly in favor. You know, we saw Slowdive get it. Wait, they've gone to Ilios? Is that a legal maneuver?
What? What? This can't be right. There's no way that the FACEIT rules are map 5 Koth.
No
like,
way.
You pick everything and then you go back to Koth for 5. That is this has got to be cap, right?
What if they play the
Is this
same
Ilios
rules
spawn room?
as...
That looks so Greek. That looks so Greek.
I mean, I've literally just come back from Greece and I recognize this like the back of my hand. This is Greece.
What?
You pick whatever you want.
Okay.
Wasn't Push and Hybrid merged? Not for the last 3 months! Why have we re-merged them? Why would we
Thank you,
just play the
FACEIT
same
Masters,
rules?
for keeping up to date with the rule set. Love that. Love
Fuck's
that.
sake.
Hybrid X Flashpoint, and then you can choose any if I remember correctly. So you're telling me they could have done Hybrid Ban Lucio or Hybrid Protect Support, but instead King vs Violet map 5? Holy shit. Yeah, I know. But strap in, wait, strap in. Fuck, how are you even on the stream right now? And we are back in Dante's Inferno once again. One of those observers has some serious computer issues. Anomaly on the hazard. Lucia Kiri Freya. This is Crocs' bread and butter. This is a best case scenario for Anomaly. They all get to play their best. Violet's picked!
Perfect opening here for Anomaly. Player advantage, limited healing available, and Team Vision. King is going to drop the low. Violet won't be happy about that one, as Vision are pinned in well and truly now. Tama's going to step onto the point, try and punch his way out of trouble, but Jonowich, too fast for Boop is good. Drops the shoulder, but still can't find his way out. And somehow, the 4 remaining players of Vision, they're just dealing with it all. They're shutting down the threats, but no, more trades come out. Still no one in control. Tama desperately trying to anchor the point, but Crocs, he's back in here contesting.
Violet's going to be able to TP back onto this one very soon. Zoro needs to get a good angle, put in the work, force out the players. You have an advantage with the Freya still in the scene. Violet's taking a lot of damage. He gets slashed by Crocs. He already has no Suzy Q. He's 1 HP. He's got a dream. King blinks in. He's looking for the finish, but he doesn't find it. Violet looks to have survived by the skin of his pearly whites, assuming he has white teeth. Crocs pushing all the way in. He wants Violet so badly. A second Suzu. Now it's Crocs versus the world. We need to crash out. Crocs kills 1 and Slowdive. Zoro up on the high ground. It's falling apart for Team Vision. That's 2 for Violet. Oh, let's go, Anomaly.
Oh, that was an incredibly ballsy play from Crocs, gambling that, backing himself to get that mega, but he gets it and then turns 2 kills. Now, Anomaly, they have control of the map. They can start on this high ground. They've got a Kitsune rush to throw in. They've got a downpour to throw in. The timing's here to hit Vision before they get themselves on point. These are the key ones that Anomaly want to hit. Don't let them get close. Zoro's trying to play in his top left-hand side as Vision are going to try and come out bottom right. Tama is dipping his toes onto the point now. The rest of these seem quite far back. They can maybe isolate Tama here. It's actually Tama who seems to be clearing a bit of space. Now a Kitsune rush over him, and look at this Anomaly. They are all looking at Tama, looking for their option. Force out in that form. Wall out as well. Pulse bomb in his back. Form is fading. Pressure comes through. Downpour is perfect from Crocs. Kitsune rush from Violet. They are trying to turn it. The King is still on the back line. More damage there. Tama is blocking, trying to survive all. He's killed Jonowich 5% from beat. And Annihilation and the Suzu to keep going. Vision off punching their way out of this choke. More pressure onto Crocs down to half HP. And the ults turn it here.
Just unbelievable. Jonowich is a traveling salesman, giving it away at a moment's notice. Violet misses the Suzu onto 1 though, as Zoro comes in clutch, finds a crucial trade, but it's just not enough. Violet cleans up King and Jonowich, and the flip goes the way of Team Vision. They've managed to do that so cheaply. Only Violet's rush and Tama's annihilation. Anomaly, they had the positions. They didn't need to keep fighting in that small room. They could have kited away from the Kitsune rush. They had a pick, they had the objective, they had the high ground. But they force the issue and they go down as a result. Jonowich now, he's the only man with an ultimate, a beat drop in hand. But Team Vision, so many different tools to survive the engagement from Anomaly here.
Looking for their options. They're just trying to clear this flank. Don't let King get in them. He's put pressure onto Slowdive, who groups in underneath. They're boxed in. Pulse bomb is out, though. Cleanse has been forced as well. Crocs is in here. He's killed 1, actually, for Ray. Did it even go off? We'll have to wait and see. I think it's completely jacked. King will get traded, but the trade is still good for Anomaly. Flooding onto point. Jonowich with a beat in the back pocket. If they need it, here it is now. Flooding forward. Tama will die. Clean this one up. And what an important kill.
Yes, Crocs!
In Violet's face. It's going to be a desperate, desperate touch. All eyes onto Troy to try and get this one. Tama going bull.
Hammer over to the wrecking wheel right now. Crocs absolutely drowning Violet in it as Tammer goes for a slam on the objective, takes so much damage. No shades of golden pants in this recontest. One touch, one die from the ball, who just needed the slam. But Jonowich, the traveling salesman, he delivers again. Dies to slow dive. It's a 4 versus 4. Down put from Crocs is good. It catches everybody. Violet's down. One is down. Choice A1 is down. It's Tammer and slow dive only. But King, he's cleaning house. He's emoting on the point. Come on, type something, King. I'm staring at match chat. I'm waiting. Give a dog a bone.
Great start there for Anomaly. I think as we go through this, Ilios as well, the Lighthouse is going to be very strong for Anomaly. Ruins is going to be the best one for Vision's comp, and we are going to Ruins now. Vision, obviously, they have to win this. Remember, the winner of this, we're in upper brackets final, so the winner of this goes to the grand final, and means, worst case scenario, they still get top 2, they still get into promotion relegation next week.
I mean, you can only assume the gold standard here for Team Vision is to make it into promotion relegation. That is really exactly what they expected when they hired an Overwatch League champion out of Korea onto their roster. To make it into promo relegation, first or second, not a big deal to them either way. This map is going to be a little bit more difficult for Anomaly's comp, I will admit. This is one of the best Orisa maps in the game, and with long angles like this and very little verticality, it's going to be hard for Crocs to carry. That applies to the first fight a lot more than it does to later on if Anomaly can win the first fight though. And Team Vision, they're already on the back foot. Zoro with an incredibly aggressive angle, but Crocs has gone down.
Disaster now.
Everyone.
Yep, I need a few boosts as well, and yeah, they're going to flood in looking for trades here, Anomaly. Nice, one dink out of eggs, but it's not enough. They'll clean everything up nice and easy. Let slow dive get a few of those eliminations for the extra ult charge as well. And it's going to be a full reset. Now Team Vision, they can set up a pretty tight control of this. Tammer can play to anchor point on these really nice corners. Slow dive can play this nice pushing at the back with his Baptiste. And Choi and Violet can look to push one of the flanks. So really strong hold now for Vision. Anomaly are going to try and clear this left-hand side. Get close, but it's so hard for Crocs to connect on the back line here.
It is incredibly difficult for Crocs to actually work his way in. Gonna need a magic pick. One taking a lot of damage. Almost looked like a magic pick there because of how much damage Crocs was taking. And the wall is actually perfect. Crocs, he might be able to get the connect. Jonowich is there too. Flying in like a bat out of hell is Crocs. He catches one. He might be able to secure a second kill onto one before falling. He's taking shots from left, right, and center. He's not even gonna die, in fact. That's just gonna be a clean dive for Anomaly. And now, it's a completely different situation for Anomaly. Hazard in control. Can play up on that center high ground. He can play up top right and constantly block Team Vision from getting the best support positions. This means that now there's a real chance for them to snowball this advantage. All they need to deal with is the Tracer touch on point.
Should be possible for King to try and keep Choi contested in this situation. Crocs is actually really struggling a little bit here. He's taken so much damage, but King is marking Choi, so at least for now, all of Vision are in front of Anomaly. King's actually might even still push this. He's got recall on him as well. Tammer's walking forward. Bowler out, finds nothing. Zoro can respond if he wants. Wall off onto Tammer. Kitsune rush to push that one as well. Violet doesn't have Kitsune rush yet. Pulse bomb's a miss from King though. Suzu has been forced out onto Tammer. Now Violet can match the Kitsune rush, but Jonowich, he has the beat to keep going if they want to. Pressure on now. Eyes on Jonowich if they decide to go. They're looking for the reset. Pressure on point, and I think he's going to drop it now. Downport and beat at the same time in response to that window, but they need kills. Terror Surge out to try and buy some space, but one still dies every time they take this high ground position. Crocs is all over them, and this is a crucial fight, but they give him the bloody flip, Max.
Really hurts to see the flip given like this. It's not going to cost Anomaly the map, but it always matters when you give a few % away free of charge. Would love to see the delay on the clean feed fixed before the next match starts. Violet forced out from top left. You can see Crocs happy to hold this space. Violet actually walks back up into Crocs' face, dancing with death a little bit here. King, no recall. Choice A1's on the point, but King, he's got to be careful with this point touch. No recall, triple blinking back to the point. Just asking for trouble with that one. Anomaly, though, they're on the back foot. They're trying to charge up Eggs' Kitsune rush because they have no ultimates to play with. Crocs has found an angle onto the backline, though. He's scrapping it out with Violet. Tries to deny the Mega Health pack. Can't, but he has forced Suzu and TP. There's a window of opportunity here to find a kill for Crocs, but he's taking his sweet time in the back. A little constitutional.
They need help on point, Anomaly. The fight's going on. King dies.
back now. Crocs is here, but he's just trying to play his life, surrounded by everyone right now. Big deep swing in from Zorro, but Choi is marking these threats. Then can go deal with Crocs and Eggs as well. They're all low, and it's easy clean up for Choi. And Crocs, he was just out of a fight for so long, couldn't find the quick resets onto Violet, and now back in control vision, but they have no option. They have to win this next fight. They can't afford to lose it.
So many ults for Vision. A 5 ult bank just around the corner, but Anomaly, they're closing on their own 5 ult bank. If they can take this one slow, not throw themselves into danger before Jonowich has that beat online, before they have some tools to survive, they really could turn this one. Crocs comes flying in off the top rope. Kitsune Rush already forced out of Violet, and the kite is good from Anomaly. The Overwatch League champion pissing his ult away. The superstar Korean import getting picked by a guy named Jonowich. Anomaly, 5 versus 4 situation. 2 ultimates kited. They are surely able to close this one out. They swing up on the left-hand side. Croc slashes, double backliners. Downpour looks good. Has he caught anybody? I can't tell. Crocs, he goes deep. The window comes up. 1-for-1 trades. There's no tanks. Jonowich's beat is in. Vision needs to start touching the point. Don't see Nida, boys. You need the touch. Choice A1 double blinks on for the touch. He's over to the Mega. It's a 4 versus 4, but there's damage going left, right, and center. King's got a pulse bomb. Crocs and Tama both coming back on the ball. Violet's TP'd into King's face. No, Suzu. In comes Violet. Pulse is good from King. Slow dive goes down. Tama, he's on ball, but we all know he's a cripple. He's going to roll right back out, probably dead in seconds. Jonowich over on the right. Recall forced. Look at the health bars. Team Vision don't stand a damn chance.
Ball is taken care of, and that's going to be it. No more touches. Team Vision knocked down to the lower bracket, and Anomaly are our first team to confirm their spot in promotion relegation in EMEA. Go down from King, confirmed.
Go down,
Luke
Mino
wins. A huge result here for Anomaly. Not the highest finish at all in the regular season, but when it counts...
Shut the fuck.
Who are you?
He said, "Who are you?" It's so good that he was reading it the whole time, stewing on it, and then he has to drop the "Who are you?" after losing to him.
Yep. I mean,
that's Korean trash talk at its finest, right there.
You have to give credit. You know, sometimes we might be critical of players for only trash talking after they win, but just taking the loss and then just giving it out anyway. Why not?
I remember that's what Super Rich did, where it was like we rolled into map 5 versus Hangzhou Spark in an elimination game at Mid-Season Madness. We played Sombra on Ilios well. We beat them on Sombra, and then Super Rich types, "Keep playing Sombra." Like, it's like what? What? Just rogue, absolutely rogue trash talk. Minus 100 million just to lose to Crocs again. These things can happen.
Also, I'm pretty sure the Who Are You when King and Violet 100% in the league at the same time.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. King was in the year. King was in the league for.
But Titans year, was it 5? I want to say.
I mean, Violet's been in the league for every year, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the one that would intersect for, King's point of view. But,
yeah, it was the Titans year.
Eggs comes into chat and types boring.
Boring.
Comfortable.
Why did Orange team forfeit both matches? I think they were like at a collegiate LAN or something, or like, you know, UK collegiate.
Right, okay. All right.
Sob Vision's still going to be top 2 and qualify for OWCS, right? Yeah, I would assume so. Looks like there's a huge tier break.
Yeah, I guess Arius on paper would be the scariest one, but I'd be really shocked if we don't get some kind of rematch out of the two. Obviously, that's the game we're going to see next, right? The Dreamlight up against Quick? Wait, no, not Quick, sorry. Arius versus Dreamlight to decide who gets to face up against Vision tomorrow for that final spot in relegation promo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to grab a drink. You're in charge, mate.
No, I don't want all this responsibility. Let's go back to the OJ Simpson highlights or something. Go streaming. Busted.